Look at that handful. I didn't even take a step. The dogs are tired out. Today is Tuesday, June 10th. Mom and I are just starting to load truck for the hometown farmers market tomorrow. These are all petunias and the rest of the truck is empty. We don't have a huge variety anymore. I mean, you can see a lot of different flowers here, but compared to the beginning of the season, I'd say we have about half the variety that we usually should have. And that's actually a good thing because we're hoping to only go to market around 2 to 3 more times, and we're happy when we run out of something. All right, so truck's loaded completely all the way to the back. Not sure how we did it again with the variety that we have, but we did take a ton of doubles, triples, quadruples, just because we wanted to make sure we had enough. We did not want to sell out because we're trying to sell as much as we possibly can. At least to me, it looks completely different in here because it's so empty. Like if we would actually condense stuff, there'd be almost nothing in here. Hopefully we have a good day tomorrow and we don't have to bring much back in. But if we could sell even half to 3/4 what we have tomorrow, which is what I'm hoping for because it's going to be a beautiful day, we should have a really nice load for next week, and that'll almost completely empty us out, which I'm really excited for. And if you take notice, like all these tomatoes here are for the field, but almost everything else that's in here is for retail, but it's all vegetables. Like here is all the tomatoes, cole crops, more tomatoes, very little flowers, couple herbs there and there, and then that's all peppers. It's funny because usually every year we sell out of our fruits and veggies. If you want to consider a tomato a fruit or a veggie, I don't really know. I consider it a vegetable, even though I'm pretty sure it's like actually a fruit. Regardless, doesn't matter. Usually we sell out of that stuff first. This year we kind of planted more because we knew that was going to happen, and now we're left with all that. So you can never figure it out. And here we are, hometown farmers market. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Now we just need the people to come out.
Morning.
We're getting there, we're getting there. And that is it. Everything that's on here, we already have 2 or 3 out on the tables. So we're just gonna leave it up here for now. This is the setup. Still have another full display. like 1:30. The day's going pretty good. I wouldn't say it's going like just better than ever because we're getting towards the end of the season. Most people now have their gardens filled up. They're just, filling in maybe a spot or two that they have, something that the deer ate off, the chipmunks, the squirrels, the groundhogs, whatever it may be. So like we're not selling as many flats. We just about have everything off, even like doubles and triples besides I'd say about 10 flats now. Some citronella, rosemary, celosia, a grass, a different kind of celosia. And then out front here, still looks very full. And it's just packed with vendors and customers. It's like a sea of cars, and this is just one of like 3 parking lots. We've already gone through over 15 gallons of water. Usually we just go and get sprinkling cans after this point, but because it's only like 1:30, I'm just gonna fill this thing back up again, and then we should be good for the day. So we're just getting ready to pack up now. Overall, pretty good day. You can see a bunch of empty gaps. Almost everything's off the floor besides the pepper plants. Doesn't matter how late it is, herbs always sell the best. We have little to nothing left of those. Tomatoes sold pretty good, and most of the flowers went. Ooh, so we just got home. Got to open up the door just because it'll get way too hot in here. It's probably already getting hot in here, just from the ride home. Oh yeah. So it's hard to tell, but obviously when we first got to market today, the whole floor was filled. Every single rack was filled, not only with 4 like we have, but 5. So that means on every shelf there was at least another flat, sometimes 2 more flats. Some shelves are empty. You can see some here up there. I think next week is gonna be our last. I don't wanna say that for certain, but after next week, I just don't think it's gonna be worth much going. Not only because we have nothing left really, or hopefully we'll have nothing left after next week, but also because, like I said before, people are just ready to be done. My mom organized all this while we were gone today. So Mom and I just got here to the farm market. Her shelving got delivered for the freezer today. So that's pretty exciting. She wants to haul this out back, and hopefully tomorrow then we'll get it put together and they can start using the freezer. The greenhouse out here is still pretty good, but that's because we try and keep this more stocked than what we take to the hometown farmers market, only because this is where we want to do most of our business. And so we want to have the most stock here. Are you ready? These aren't even that heavy. I could lift these myself.
Well, they were heavy for me.
Where do you want them? So it's the next day. Mom and I just got out here to the strawberry field. Daisy's here too. And we're getting excited because we are seeing a ton of beautiful ripe red berries hanging in clusters on this first row here. I mean, clusters of like 10, 12 at a time. This is the nicest picking that I've seen yet. I do see some bird damage, but not a lot.
Wow, look at these.
That's what I'm saying. We might get 30 today. And they're big too.
That's what I mean. Hello, Sid. I'm good. How are you? Okay. All right. Yeah, that sounds good. And we'll be unloading for a little while. I mean, it'll be another hour. Probably unloading. So, okay, that'll be good. Sounds good. Okay. All right. Yep. Bye.
Look at that handful. I didn't even take a step. I just finished my first tray. I went from right there to right there, 6 quarts. That is good picking. Mom went from like here to here and has 5, but she doesn't have quite as many bushes as I do. It's a bird-pecked one.
Oh, you're getting me at a wrong time here. I thought I had some bacteria. Let's see. No, that was
That wasn't too good.
that was not a good time.
Daisy and Lily are hot on the trail of something. Dace! Dace! What do you see?
Okay, there you go.
There you go. 5 berries. I didn't even get into these sections up here, but these are still loaded. Did I? Yeah. I've got a bird peck. Wow, I just can't get over it. There's so many, and they're huge. Look at that cluster. So I have still not left this little section here up to the truck. You can still see all the red berries hanging right there. I got 14, Mom got 12 so far, radicorts. Usually by this time, we've went through about 3/4 of the patch, so we're gonna go grab some more and then keep picking. The dogs are tired out. So we just finished up 6, 12, 18, 24, 36, 42, which was the most we picked yet.
I don't run it enough to know either. 5th, 6th, 2nd and 4th, 1st and 3rd. Is it high, right?
Yeah, high.
Once I get to the hill, then I will.
Wow.
It's in high. All right.
Cultivating time. First time cultivating for the season. I don't know if this is John Deere A, John Deere B. I think it's a B. So I'm like 5 rows deep into the cultivating. I'm working on the cole crops, the beans, peas, and the dill. The beans and peas were definitely the worst. You can see all the weeds here that I pulled up out, and that's the whole point of cultivating, is to, you know, dig down into that soil a couple inches, not too far, just to uproot those weeds, bring them to the top, and hopefully get them to die. These are really bad. Down here, all this stuff is pretty weed free, but it's still good to do because this stuff's getting so big that this is gonna be the only chance I have to get in here. I'm actually a little bit nervous because I'm knocking the broccoli down a little bit. You can see how I hit a leaf here and there. Sometimes that actually just drug it a little. I hope I don't hurt it any more than what I see there. It actually seems it was kind of worse there in the beginning. Maybe that was just because my rows were a little bit too close when planting. But these 2 rows of the collard greens and kohlrabi look great. So hopefully the rest goes that good. The cabbage is a little bit shorter, so I shouldn't have that much of an issue. When stuff is too small though, you also run the risk of throwing rocks on top of it, like the dill here, and that's what I did a little bit. I might even have to come back through and help it out. So I go really slow, I go as shallow as possible, but still, you know, you're gonna throw rocks. The beans are like perfect size, they're okay. I got 1 more row of dill here to go, and then the rest is just all this stuff. right, so cultivating is done for today. Next thing will be the onions. But now Mom and Dad and Uncle Rick are over at the greenhouse unloading truck from market yesterday. And Dad has got the water tank filling up because we're gonna be planting tomatoes and possibly the vine crops today. It's almost there. Got some scum in there. Not fun. All right, we're ready. I got the planter. Mom's hauling the plants. And Dad's grabbing the 4230 with the water tank. And I'm wearing Sammy's hat because I don't know where mine went. And I need to keep the sun off my head, even though it's pink, I don't care.